What is going on, guys? It is your shredded brother from another mother, and in today's video we got part number 2 of the top 5 shredding mistakes that you're making. So if you're new to the channel, I actually did this video exactly 1 year ago, and my channel was really small at the time and it went viral. It's almost at 2 million views right now. Everybody really enjoyed the video. I got some haters on it who didn't like my title test comment, but other than that, it got some incredible feedback. So I think it is time for part number 2 because I've actually learned so much about shredding in the last year, and I'm shredding fat faster than ever this year. I'm getting stronger and I'm keeping more lean muscle mass while I'm getting cut, all because I have eliminated these 4 mistakes that I almost guarantee you that you are making, because I was making them my entire life. So I'm really excited to share this, and I just want to quickly, I'm gonna link to that video as well. If you haven't seen that video and you're new to the channel, definitely go check that out. But my favorite tip from that last video was changing the perception that you have of yourself. Now, how this relates to you getting shredded is, like, if you have a goal and you've never been able to reach that goal, you might not think you have what it takes. So my tip was, start looking in the mirror and telling yourself that, yo, I'm a shredded motherfucker. Literally look in the mirror, stare at your own 2 eyes and tell yourself that you're a shredded motherfucker.
You ain't got no gains. You ain't lift no weights.
So the first shredding mistake is something that I call too many bitch reps and not prioritizing the dirty dozen. So what this means is, oh man, so many guys make this mistake. It drives me crazy, and I used to make it, so I don't blame them when I see people at the gym doing this mistake. So many guys are spending like half their time in the gym doing hammer curls, doing some like little pump shoulder exercises. If you're serious about getting shredded, you want to at least make 70 to 80% of your workout what I call the dirty dozen compound exercises. And in fact, 6 of the 12 of the dirty dozen are lower body exercises. And if you're not getting weaker, you probably are not losing lean muscle mass. So what I mean by that is, if you're tracking the dirty dozen compound lifts and your squat isn't getting weaker, in fact, it might even be getting a little bit stronger, your bench press, you know, dumbbell bench, weighted dips, all these different exercises I'm about to name drop. If you're not getting weaker, that is a great sign that you're keeping all of your lean muscle mass. So by prioritizing the dirty dozen, tracking all 12 of these lifts, you are gonna make incredible progress towards getting shredded, especially, you know, being a natural guy, like myself, probably 95 to 99% of my audience, I would predict, is natural as well. This is how you're gonna get that look that's almost like a fake natty, or a half natty, I guess you'd call it, where when you do this right, you might start getting some steroid accusations, because guess what? You're shredding fat. You might even be building a tiny bit of lean muscle mass because you're lifting heavy, prioritizing the right exercises, and it's just an incredible way to lift. So these are the dirty dozen. At the very least, I want you guys to do 5 sets of each of these every single week. Stuff like the squat and like the dumbbell bench press, the weighted pull-up. I recommend even going 10 to 15 total sets per week. I want you to track your weighted reps on all of these. It is such an incredible game changer. I cannot recommend it enough. How we can actually accelerate our progress on the dirty dozen. Start off the first 3-4 sets going for strength in the 6 to 12 rep range. The last couple sets, I want you guys to practice something called anabolic drop sets. That's something where, if you guys have seen my balloon method, 8 to 10 reps until failure, so you're lifting heavy, then you're stripping 30% of the weight off, you're only resting 20 seconds, and you're going another 8 to 10 reps until failure. It is an incredible way to shock your body, even make some gains while being in a slight caloric deficit. The second shredding mistake is no fruit in the morning. Now, this might come as a shock because a lot of people, they're under the belief that fruit makes you fat. Now, last year when I was shredding, what I would do is I would wake up, I'd roll out of bed, and guess what? I wouldn't eat anything for like 4 to sometimes 6 to 8 hours. I would basically starve myself. I was doing long periods of intermittent fasting. And the more research I did and the more I experimented, I realized this is a really flawed approach to fat loss dieting. Now, 2 main reasons why you want to have fruit in the morning when you are shredding. Now, keep in mind, you're already in a slight caloric deficit, and that's a little bit stressful to your body. Now, guess what? When you wake up first thing in the morning, this is when your cortisol levels are at their highest. Now, being in a slight caloric deficit, our body is most susceptible to losing lean muscle mass during this time. So anytime, a biker going by. So anytime our cortisol is high, that is a very bad thing. Now, waking up first thing, the easiest way to shut down our cortisol, lower our cortisol, is consuming some healthy carbs that are high in vitamin C. Guess what fruit is? A healthy carb high in vitamin C. Now, the biggest benefit on why this has helped me accelerate my shredding progress is I train about 90 to 120 minutes after I get up. So I train in the morning. Now, fruit fills up your liver glycogen. So, wow, I never understood how important it was to fill up my liver glycogen before I trained until I started doing it and seeing how much energy I had. I'm crushing workouts even while shredding and being in a slight caloric deficit because I'm having what I call my Superhuman smoothie in the morning before I train. So basically 60 to 90 minutes before I train, about 15-20 minutes after I wake up, I'll do about 2 cups of frozen fruit, 1 scoop whey isolate protein powder, some chia seeds, some organic spinach leaves, a little bit of peanut butter and coconut water. It's about 350 to 400 calories. It gives me the fruit that I need to fill up my liver glycogen. It shuts down my cortisol levels, and I'm still in a slight caloric deficit for the entire day, and I can go hard in the gym for an hour and a half to 2 hours. I can go through these crazy intense training sessions, 6-7 sets of squats. I feel amazing just because I filled up my liver glycogen. All right, guys, shredding mistake number 3. If you don't follow this rule, you are going to be miserable, and you will probably never even get that lean before you just cave in and hate your life. Fiber and fluids. Track your fiber and fluids, or at least have a general idea of what you need to do to shut down your hunger levels. If there is an enemy to getting shredded, it is your hunger levels. Now, fiber and fluids. What I mean by this is there's a few crucial times of the day when you want to consume a ton of water. Even past the point of like being satisfied with your water intake, drink more. Actually, like, you might feel really full actually. If you do this right, you're gonna feel really full for like 20-30 minutes after you do it. First thing in the morning, drink a ton of water. I'm talking 3 to 4 glasses. If you can drink 40 to 60 ounces of water first thing in the morning, you're going to be able to shut down your hunger for a long period of time. In between meals is a very crucial time to drink a ton of water as well, and also right after consuming meals. Also, a little trick, if try chugging 3 glasses of water. The next time you're really hungry, try chugging 3 glasses of water and see how much you eat. I guarantee you're gonna eat less. So use water accordingly, drink a ton of water throughout the day, do hot green tea. You can do dandelion tea at night to lose a little bit of water weight. Apple cider vinegar mixed in with water is also great after meals. I cannot recommend enough. Drink water, no liquid calories. Now, fiber is going to combine with that water to make you feel full, where you can be on a 500 to even 700 calorie deficit and really not be that hungry throughout the day when you do this correctly. So I make sure I get in about 40 to 50 grams of fiber every single day while I'm shredding. Now in the morning, I get fiber in the oatmeal that I put in my smoothie, which I forgot to mention in the last clip. And also there's fiber in the fruit, there's fiber in the chia seeds. Throughout the day, I'm eating bok choy, I'm eating broccoli, I'm eating different steamed vegetables with my protein. And then in between meals, I might be snacking on some almonds, some walnuts, I put like a sliced avocado, which is high in fiber, on my protein sources. So there's so many great ways to get in fiber. Those are just a few of my favorite ones. Last but not least, shredding mistake number 4 is not eating enough gummy bears. Now, what I really mean by this is not having controlled refeed days structured into your diet plan. Now, if you go and you start your fat loss diet and you eat the exact same thing every single day, the exact protein, carbs, and fats, you might have some fast progress for the first week or 2, but you do that same diet on week 5, week 10 of your shredding plan, it's gonna slow down. You wanna reset your metabolism, you wanna boost your leptin levels, and we do this by having strategic refeed days. So we're gonna have one day every 7 to 14 days that's gonna be much higher in carbohydrates and only slightly higher in total calories. And I tell you what, guys, when you actually learn how to do this and learn how to utilize carbohydrates and leptin effectively, you guys are not only gonna burn fat faster, but you are gonna have a much more enjoyable time doing it, and you get to satisfy your sweet tooth at the same time. So how we do this is, let's say our average shredding calories is 2,500. So we're eating on average 2,500 calories to lose body fat. Everything's going smooth. Now, one day every 7 to 14 days, depending on how fast you're getting shredded, we're gonna have a slightly higher caloric day. So instead of 2,500 calories, we're gonna have about, say, 3,000. It should be about 20% more. Now, out of those 3,000 calories, we're gonna adjust our macros accordingly. If we're normally eating, say, 200 grams of carbs, we're going to go 1.5 to 2x that carb total. So we might have one day where we eat 400 total carbs. Now, in order to not get our total calories too out of control, what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop the protein by about 20%, and we're gonna drop the fat intake as low as possible. So that is why a fat-free snack like gummy bears is really ideal. Now, these high carb days are highly anabolic, so save them for your largest volume workout or your weakest muscle group. So if you're really trying to bring up your arms and your lats like myself, save it for that day. If you're trying to bring up your legs and you just have like a crazy killer leg day planned, save it for leg day. So do it accordingly. Have this once every 7 to 14 days, and that's why you want to track your calories, you want to track your carbs. If there's structure and science behind it, you can actually have one of these high carb days and it can accelerate your fat loss progress. So those are the top 4 shredding mistakes I know most of you guys are making. I'm gonna link to part 1 that I shot last year in the description below, and it is time for the giveaway. So it's actually Thursday night. Game 1 of the NBA Finals tipped off 12 minutes ago. And I'm gonna give away 1 bottle of Cheetah liquid fat burner. It's delicious Hulk candy flavored. I'm gonna give it to one of you guys who comments below your prediction for the NBA Finals. So my prediction is Warriors 4-2. I predict Kevin Durant is gonna win Finals MVP. Let me know your prediction in the comments below. I'm gonna randomly pick someone 24 hours after uploading. And yeah, that's it. So let me know if you guys watch the NBA Finals. Shoot your prediction down below, and I will see you guys on the next video.